on the beat, on the beat, on the beat, confident, hop on the beat.
Hello, good evening, and welcome everybody to Office Hours with Sticks Intern. I am your host, Sticks Intern, and this is my office, and we are here today for Office Hours with Sticks Intern. How is everybody doing? I see the chat is alive today. We got 91 Karmas, we got Dabiv, we got Skiller, we got Grady up in here, as you can see on screen. We got Mega, he was here early. We got Digital Sleep Aid, who is hyped for the commentating, and that is the exciting thing tonight. So getting into the intro, what are we doing here? What's going on this evening? Tonight, we're going to have a pretty involved community highlight section that'll take probably like 15 minutes. And, some funny stuff in there. Really quick Legion status report, not much going on. And then the piece de resistance for the evening is I'm going to be live streaming some replays that people in the community have sent in, and I just got one a little bit of more than an hour before the stream here, and I haven't added it to my list yet. So let me just add that to the replay list I have, and now I'm good to go. So I got replays. I haven't watched them. I'm gonna be opening them, sharing the screen, pressing refresh. So that it starts over when you guys can see. And I'm going to be live commentating because I haven't seen them. Obviously, this will be like a little bit different from what a live commentary of a live game would be, because, in a real game, people will actually probably take a few seconds at least sometimes to think, right? And the bots playing the replay file, as you know, they just kind of run it through. So, it'll be a little quick, it'll be a little hectic, but I think it'll also be fun. And, shout out to Workhorse, shout out to Maddie Pesk, Franz. We'll just move right into community highlights off that segue, because I see Maddie here in the chat. And for our community highlights this evening, we got, first thing up, I was going to mention it was Bogside. This last night, they had Workhorse on, and Workhorse had a lot of fun things to say. I really think it's a good episode to go listen to. Really got me hyped, really got me going. I mean, Workhorse always gets me hyped, though. I mean, we kind of have the same gung-ho ethos towards crypto, I would say. And it was really fun hearing him talk to Maddie and Franz about it. I love the discussion. Biggest alpha point, major alpha, is that you can bug Workhorse for changes, and they might do it if enough people bug them. Now, don't use this maliciously, community. This is a superpower. But when you have a frustration, you should express it, and loudly. I know that I told them about the fact that I thought basic attacks missing felt punishing, because I'm doing the conservative action, right? I'm not using a flashy mana costing ability. I'm using my go-to everyday shooter, basic attack. And what did they do in the patch? They upped it by 5%. Now, I'm not saying they did that because of me. I'm saying that because there were lots of people like me who were saying things, of varying degrees of reason and, insensitiveness, very, incensed comments. But because of that, they implemented changes. So, not only are they saying they'll do that, they actually have done it. And so that's some good alpha. And there was a lot of other much better stuff that they talked about, but I won't mention that here because that would take me longer than I have planned to stream, because they had a long stream. It was good. I mean, it wasn't long compared to some of theirs, but it was longer than an hour is all I mean. Shout out to Bogside. One other thing, some of you may have seen that I changed my PFP this week on Twitter. That was a big moment, right? The bloater's a big deal. Don't worry, bloater's coming back. But I did that because I'm really excited about, it's probably the project in crypto I'm second most involved with, and DFK is out in the lead by leagues and miles. But is that sound, these headphone bad boys. And so they had the NFT mint for the kind of holders, people who had bought in earlier, was this past weekend. And I know some of the people in this community in DFK, I think Pinecone, maybe also some others. I know Jared, homie on Twitter, has one of the NFTs. So I think just wanted to mention that. I'm pretty excited about that. That's why I changed my PFP for all the homies. Um, the other big community highlight, right, is that less than a week ago, our whole community got into it with the ignominious, whatever, I don't know, whatever adjective you want to use, crypto sleuth Zach XBT, and it was pretty fun to watch that happen, right? The community response on X, and like to kind of see the strength of the response. It's been more fun what's happened since, which is just like, oh yeah, by the way, boo, price go up. It was nuts. It's been nuts in the Jewel community a lot. You can really feel it on the Twitter engagement. It's a ton of people. It's crazy. So very interesting times. Very interesting times. But yeah, on Zach XBT, I have to put this comment in here for my most faithful long-term followers. On my very first shitty episode of Office Hours, I called his account out as one that was super reliable and worthy of following and trust on crypto Twitter. And that opinion has died a little bit. So yeah. In speaking of things that have died, I want to have a moment of silence here and shout out to Winston Jazz Hands, who is gonna get what I'm going with here. But a moment of silence for the death of every single DFK and Jewel hater on crypto Twitter. Can we just get one? In the words of Obi-Wan Kenobi, I felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. All right? That's the Jewel haters. They're Alderaan in that hypothetical. All right? They just, boom, except there was no Death Star. It was just an implosion, So yeah, moment of silence. And it's done. That was good. Glad we did that. All right. So I have to give you an update on the Legion, which is that not much of an update. I've kind of switched out to renting out one of my 5 Gen Zeros. So I'm only getting 2 each time I summon. And this week I got 2 commons with advanced abilities. I mean, I could go take the effort to go show them off, but I really don't think that's why people are here. One thing that I do want to do on live though, and so let me move StreamYard over here. This feels better. This is how I've had it before. That's why I wanted the bloater on the right. I was having a whole wardrobe malfunction before this, in like the 5 minutes before this, with this pin. See? Anyway, I digress. So one thing I did want to do on live is, because it was mentioned on Christian Peters' chat or stream this week, was I wanted to send Magnus his pumpkin head that I said I would give him. But I just now had the thought that maybe I shouldn't just put his wallet address on the screen. So I'm not going to actually share the screen anymore, but I am doing that right now. So shout out to Magnus. Really great guy. Sad you didn't get a pumpkin head. I like all of the effort. I've heard you talk on Spaces ages ago. I feel like before it was cool, like with the partner for the on-chain randomness that I am now blanking on, that isn't Chainlink. It's Super VF Oracle. Super something Oracles. Yeah, Super Oracles, I think is it. But I think that was the first space I heard you on. Really liked everything you had to say there, and I really like your opinions on DeFi and blockchains generally. So shout out to you, sir. I am sending the thing right now. If my MetaMask will just work. This is not even prompting a transaction. How strange. Refresh. But anyway. Oh yeah, Mellow Green Giant. As if I have any pants of my own. My heroes, they walk into battle naked from the waist down, and they are a force to be reckoned with, to be sure, but they are not wearing pants. After the stream, intern? Excuse me? Oh, I see. I see now. I see what's going on here. Yes. No. Although I will remind the audience that this stream is not intended for the children. No, I don't want to list it for sale. I want to send. God darn it. Why are you? There we go. Okay. Things are about to get real shiesty if my MetaMask stops working there. I guess not, actually, because I'm just watching replays. Yes. So I just sent that, Magnus. Thank you. Did that on stream. Didn't show your stuff, but I almost did. Wanted to. Yeah. So now let's get into the replay. So let me give you a rundown here of the submissions. We have Paraket has suggested I do the fastest replay on record, or maybe what Paraket has done the fastest replay on record. Some dude named Swiss Crypto Guy, unrelated, in YouTube chats has recommended that I cast it. So because I want to do like a warm up, I figure the fastest one's got to be the best one to kind of just dive into it head first. So I'll do that, and then Dr. J sent me a really thoughtful one, which I think I'm really excited for, because he said he had an opportunity to use an ability that I'm blanking on the name of because it's one of the level 15s that I don't have. But looking forward to seeing it. Oh, I actually have a Divine Barrier. Yeah, so because the Mama Boar used her Wild Charge on the second turn, so he had to bust out the sweet moves, is what he said. So I'm interested in that one. Skiller sent the replays in our Mythic Squad chat. I don't know if he intended for me to pick any up, but I grabbed one of them. And then Mega sent me one in a group chat that I have with him on Twitter. And then Emerging on Twitter sent me one as well. So thank you all for submitting those. Anyone else who wants to submit replays, if I have time, I'll get to them. But these 5 are the ones I'm definitely going to do. And with that, I'm going to test my process here. Share. All right, now refresh. All right, cool. So we have this game loading up. This is the fastest replay on record. It is 3 archers, and 2 of them, note, have the boar mask. And we're opening with the, I think that's the level 15 ability, the AoE one, on the first archer. Boars do their normal opening turn. The second archer does the same. It is Barrage. That's the name of it, yes. And opening with Barrage on all 3 archers. I got to say, I love this. And you got to, that is amazing. With that third one, crit for 873. And I think did about 2/3 of Mama Boar's health right there. That is unreal. Doesn't matter which one you hit when it just dies like that. Wow, Karakat. And then immediately, I think that was a rapid shot following up to kill. No, yeah, he's using the repeating shot on the other boars. It doesn't matter that they're exhausted. He used it with, okay, and you'll note that he used repeating shot with the heroes that have the additional damage from the boar mask. And he was able to just drop them. And it looked like, let's watch it again. That was so fast. Like 3 or 4 turns total of his archers. All right, he opens with the barrages on all 3. Boom. First one goes 225 on the back Mama Boar. So what you're playing for here is you're trying to get the barrage to line up as many as possible onto Mama Boar, and you're giving it basically 3 opportunities to do so, and it's doing really well. He got the Mama down to just above half, and that he had about 250 overkill on Mama Boar there. Let's see what next. It looks like he does the repeating shot here on the back board kills that one. So 5 total turns, he takes them out with 3 barrages and 2 repeating shots. There's really nothing to react to. That's unreal. I love it. I think that's the best way to do it fast. I would be interested, Karaket, if you're watching this, if I could see one where like it flopped, or like one that doesn't go well, like in your opinion, just so I could see what that looks like, because that would be really interesting. But yeah, really like that. That's excellent how he just wipes out Mama Boar the very first turn with the barrage, and then cleanup crew with the repeating shots. I think if maybe one of them didn't kill this guy who doesn't have the mask, who was going third, kind of just use him as a just in whatever you need to do to clean it up. And then a note also, all 3 of them are using the bow. It looks like I couldn't see that front one, but I just noticed that. Yeah, all 3 are also using the equipped bow. So that is obviously increasing their damage. And let's check out the heroes themselves. So this one is a level 15 archer, and I can zoom in here. Oh, maybe I can't. That image seems to not move when I zoom in. So perhaps if I change the size of the window, I can. Nope, that doesn't make it happen either. Okay. Sorry, chat. I can't really zoom in. But we have the base stats here. Dex 62 on this. This is the front archer, I believe. Yeah, 62, 24 agi. Let's look at health. I think that says 695. No, go away. I wanted to keep looking at these heroes. Oh, that's nuts. I don't think I have enough time to really do a lot of in-depth analysis on these heroes without just hitting the victory screen over and over again. But that was a great one to start out with. Thank you for recommending it. The only way that I wish the replays were more interactable, Dr. J, is I wish I had like a speed control. If I could set it to 3/4 speed when I wanted to, or just like for a first watch, that would be really nice, because I think that would be more accurate to like the speed of players, because it's just so fast right there. And like, yeah, players think sometimes, you know. I mean, obviously, Carrot Kit in that first game came in with a strategy, and he's trying to click the buttons as fast as possible, so it wouldn't really matter for that one. But you get my drift. I couldn't see the luck, and like, yeah, that 91 karmas. I'm not gonna dive through the stats. You can, of course, go to dfkquester.com. How I found this is I went to oops, I meant to press a different button, but here we go. There we go. And if you go to DFK Quester and you click here, filter by fastest win, and this Trader River person is 1.2 minutes. I bet if we look at Summonor, we will see a very similar kind of setup here. Yep, we have 3 archers, all with the party hats and the raw normal bows. All right, still opening with Barrage, 538 on the Mama board immediately on that very first one. So I see now what the tactic is here. You're just stacking those Barrage hits on Mama board. At 189, it'd be really nice if this one killed Mama board. Nope. So now, oh, you might not get a nuzzle though, because you do have one more chance, right? Okay, and they're both dead. So you're not going to get a nuzzle, and now you can just finish it out. But that's kind of like the less good method. I mean, less optimized outcomes, I'd say. And then you just crank out the repeating shot on Mama board. It works. Worm, I agree with you. Shout out to DFK Quester. If Born to Die or whoever, I might have that wrong, whoever is working on this project decides to add another leaderboard, I would love fewest turns instead of fastest, or not instead of, sorry, in addition to fastest. I like having both of them. But yeah, I would also like a fewest turns, because I think that's also interesting to see. But honestly, where I'm kidding, those 5 turns, really, I mean, is it really a big difference, I guess, is what I would wonder, because that was unreal, you know. While we're here on DFK Quester, I just want to show up my boar hunt stats. Turn away, wife. Stop watching the screen now. Stop watching now. All right. This hours number, just because, you know, I have to say it because it's true, and my wife's here and she might see this, is that's highly inflated, because I just open replays and I walk around and do chores on Sundays. You know this. You know I do this. So that's why that is so high. Okay. Anyway, now we've got 371 wins. I've got 12 snowman heads. Very happy about the snowman. Yeah, she's not looking away. Oh, well. 30 void shards, almost catching up to Skiller in those, but not quite there yet. I think he still has more than me with fewer wins, which, you know, doesn't make me sour at all. It makes me hungry, though. It makes me hungry, competitive. Yeah. So, but anyway, looking good on my boar hunt stats. Let's watch another replay now. Let's get Dr. J Giacomash up in here. All right, so we'll get this one loaded up and then share this tab instead. Close that. All right, so Dr. J has the traditional archer, priest, knight setup here. The knight, okay, knight has mighty strike and hold the line with For the King and ironclad defense in the passive. Priest is going prayer of healing, holy circle, holy beacon, divine barrier. Archer has multi-shot, rapid shot, and repeating arrow with Flurry in the passive, so full left build. All right, opening series of attacks, he's led it all into the front board. And, ooh, that's a big daze there. The middle board hitting the daze on the priest could be very annoying. I like how he's going to hold the line. Very interesting. Resistance to push-pull, but you might push the boars out of order. So interesting kind of trade-off there. He's really pumped the damage into the front board. Nuzzle hasn't come out yet. I love, wow. Okay, so Divine Barrier, because the Mama Boar opens with this wild charge on the second turn. They did just kind of knock the shield off the archer and daze her, which is aggravating, certainly. The knight, okay, big crit there, though, on the Mighty Strike. Is that Mighty Strike? Yeah. So he has no taunt in this setup, it looks like. Yeah, no taunt. Oh, wrong button. Didn't see what the priest did there. My bad on the closing the window. Archer gets a good crit there, finishes off the baby. And now the knight, still with some barrier left, because I guess the wild charge must have missed him or done a block. Barrier's doing big things for the knight. It must have been a miss. Priest heals himself up. Archer is coming in trying to clean up this boar. This is my thing with the priest comps. If I feel like if you had another thing doing an attack there, you could have cleaned up this boar as well. But that miss kind of makes it a moot point. Knight takes damage. Ooh, flipped around by the baby. Where's your push and pull resist, Dr. J? Where is it? Oh, they bring it back. You bring it back, though. I think that was your turn. Yes, it looks interesting. Some visual indicator would make that more natural for casting. Knight is doing fine. Those bleed stacks aren't very high. Only one. Keeps missing, though. Probably low dex. His priest is now kind of mid-mana. He's putting damage into that baby. With no taunt, he's pretty much got to wait until the next wild charge or intentionally eat a rampage. Because if he puts Mama below 50% health, Nuzzle is going to be up in 2 turns. So he's really got to finish her off, which I don't think he can do with his archer exhausted right now. So that's just going to get nuzzled right up here because that came off cooldown. And he's got low mana here on this knight. Ooh, but taunted. He was able to get some extra damage on the Mama Boar. Nuzzle hits for 370. That is nothing to scoff at. That's a lot of turns of basic attacks. Priest is pumping healing into the archer. Got to keep him alive. And Dr. J is anticipating, I think, another wild charge coming up soon because it is now off cooldown after that turn. So we're hoping, I think in his best interest, it would be as soon as possible because you see he's just kind of waiting, not doing any more damage after that archer repeating shots so long ago, it feels like, with the exhaust. Switch the knight back into the front position. That's good. Immediately eats the attack from the boar. I feel like when I do that, the boar always dives to the middle person and says, haha, gotcha. Yes, and now with the wild charge coming in, predictably, Dr. J comes in to finish up the baby boar. Let's see if the knight hits for once, and he does when they need it most. But ooh, if the babies were still alive, that stun on the archer would be devastating right now. But because they're not, he's got a lot of turns to do some damage to Mama Boar, and not much health on his knight or mana, I mean, but he wouldn't matter anyway. He can't daze them with hold the line. Daze would be really good here. Could extend the number of turns you have in a row against Mama Boar. And yeah, Archer is now coming back in. He must have used a mana potion, I think, on the Archer at some point there that I missed. But that's good. I think that's a really good idea. I normally do that here because I think getting her down faster is the call rather than trying to just mega attack or basic attack it out. I glance at Champ for 1 second and I drop Mega's name into the commentary. But it doesn't matter. Dr. J winds up taking the win. Yes, it does take much longer than Karaket's win, but sure enough, he did make it look easy with all 3 of his heroes coming through here with decent health. Looking good, Dr. J. Oh, looking good, Dr. J. All right. Yeah, Dr. J confirming here in chat that his knight only mighty strikes. Dr. J, your knight only mighty strikes. You never taunt? Well, I've got just the thing for you, my man. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Styx intern tutorial video. Today we're covering how to use taunt. So you'll see today I have like 2 warriors. Well, that apparently froze. That's lame. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Styx intern tutorial video. Today we're covering disappointment haunts all of my dreams, but that's okay because I can just simply go here, do this, drop it over here,
Today we're covering how to use taunt. So you'll see today I have like 2 warriors and 1 archer. And as usual, I'm focusing damage on the front board, trying to draw out that first nuzzle so he can be primed and ready to kill during the first window of opportunity that we have. Then we have the warriors casting Warcry, and then boom, putting more damage onto the front board. And we actually get him in a position where he is one-shot after our second round. You see that? So we are going to take this opportunity with our front warrior, get him back up to full health, because if he kills that front board, we get a rampage. And we're going to try to cast taunt. That first one doesn't hit. You see no debuff in the bottom right. Doesn't hit. So we got to just put damage on the middle board with our archer. That's fine. We get another chance here because the mama doesn't cast wild charge, keep our front warrior healthy. And boom, this time the taunt did hit. Okay, so I've slowed it down to normal speed, and you'll see what happens here. We use the archer to kill the front board while mama is taunted. She's got the little red cross thing above her head. That means she's taunted. And we're going to use the warrior to put damage on the middle board, not attacking mama, right? And because mama's taunted, she could only basic attack our warrior. And now we have a really sneaky, cheeky opportunity here where we could try to get both boards. And so I use the repeating arrows on the archer and then a basic attack from our front warrior. And we were able to kill both of those boars while mama was taunted. And all she could do was basic attack our warrior. So now we've turned it back up to 1.5 speed to finish out the game. And as you'll see, it's pretty simple. Although mama board tries to wild charge, she gets dazed by the warrior. And in the end, she doesn't end up doing either wild charge or rampage this game because my team of 3 people here interrupts that wild charge up and then just beats on mama boar because she's the last one left standing. And that, my friends, is how you can use taunt to successfully evade a rampage. You taunt the mama when the baby is ready to die, and then you kill her. Easy.
There you go, Dr. J. The person who made that video said it best. Not saying you have to use taunt, but if you weren't using it because you didn't know how, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You can check that out on X. It's under my highlighted posts on my page. And now we are moving on to the next live-ish replay. I got to get this screen set up again. All right, fight. Boom, we're in it. And let me put myself back up here. All right. Hello, Skiller's up here with triple archer. We've seen this before, but Skiller is not level 15 on these archers. It's like, no, not at all. So that's interesting. That got very loud for me all of a sudden too. I got it. Whoop. There we go. All right. It can have some of it. There we go. All right. Whew. Sorry about that. All right. That messed me up, Skills. The game did that. All right. Skiller is doing a traditional kind of archer play here. And he is setting up the combo, it looks like, left side combo on all 3 of them. Is kind of what I see him doing. And what I anticipate is he might try to just drop all 3 repeating arrows into the back bore. Oh no, drops first one into the front bore while wild charges up. So that's interesting. So boom, gets that kill, gets a really good crit there, doesn't miss the mark. This one goes back to the repeating shot, or the rapid shot, excuse me, which is, again, that's the precursor to the repeating shot in the combo. This one does drop the repeating shot on the mama. Interesting. So now it looks like he is setting up for purple hair Marcelo Swift Eyes to do that. Ooh, wild charge does kind of hit him in the face. Takes out the baby boar though. Now it's his exhausted stunned person's turn. Okay, yeah, but she must have had some other turn that the turn order wasn't showing. Okay, drops the rapid shot, tries to get the daze there. I respect it. This exhausted person is taking the hit, letting the person who's not exhausted come back in. She set up the combo again and gets the 40 crit with the exhausted basic attack to seal the deal. But I think either way, I mean, it kind of would have been close had he not got that because this back archer is exhausted. Well, front baby or Mama Boar might have gotten a couple crits in and taken her entire health bar, even from 2/3 down. That's pretty crazy cool. Oh, good result there for Skiller. I don't even know if you had intended for me to show this, but there you go. All right. Oh, yours was an app, DeFi Kingdoms. That's why it was all messed up for me. Figured it out. All right. Let me close some of these things, giving me audio. All right. We got two more that people have sent to me in advance of this show. Oh, no potions. Good call highlighting that skiller. What is that, guys? That's a big deal. Because potions right now, they're free to use. You can just toss as many of them back as you like, up to 3 per game. Mana, health, you name it. But one day, soon, folks, we're going to get more potions. We're going to get full mana potions. Screw these little health vials. We're going to get speed potions, that stuff they got in Arizona. You know what I'm talking about, babe? You know what I'm talking about, babe. Yeah, those speed potions. We got fortitude potions, right? Little liquid courage. Help you take on the boars, right? Yeah, we're going to get all sorts of stuff, but it's going to be actual tokens on the chain. And when you use it in the game, it's getting sent to that burn address and it's dead. That's consumed tokens. So if you can minimize the number of potions you're using in a game, that is a really good strategy, optimized, from an economic standpoint of minimizing your costs. My guinea pig here coming in with a hot take. That's one of her favorite. My guinea pig, ladies and gentlemen, she is a crazy one. She's a crazy one. I love that PFP change. Excellent work. All right, next on the list, I know we have this person in chat. I know he's excited for it. It is Mega's replay. And let's get it going here. All right. So Mega opens up. He's got a traditional Holy Trinity. His knight and priest got switched and then switched back, it looked like. Or maybe it was just a bug. Not sure. Either way, he's opening up with his first shot from the archer on the front. Boar doesn't do a ton of damage. Knight gets that hit in. That's good. I'm always worried about knights. I take it this is a low-level knight. He's basic attacking. Interesting. Wait, is he just doing a full basic attack? No. He's healing there. Okay. Healing up the knight after the position change. Does he move back on this turn? That's a pretty pivotal question. When the bleeds are added in, it kind of gives me the perfect buffer that I need a little bit. All right, Archer is now doing multi-shot. So that I'm intrigued by that initial basic attack on your last turn. What was the purpose for that, I wonder? Archer eats a very nasty daze there, pushing him way back the turn order. We don't like to see that one bit. Priest is hanging out in the front. Looks like Mega has no problem just leaving his priest up there. She's got high endurance. Taking the hits, no problem. But the baby boars come in and they get their full damage on her. Now she's got the bleeds coming in, 2 stacks. That begins to hurt. But did put a heal on herself, and it looks like it's that, Prayer of Healing at level 1. You can spam that out. Very mana efficient ability for heals. Like, when you have that ability, you will never need a healing potion. You might need a mana potion eventually, but it really is good at minimizing your cost in mana per heal, and you can do it every single turn. The only problem is it doesn't do anything but heal, right? It doesn't do a heal over time or any of the other effects. So that's what you're giving up by gaining that mana efficiency. Looks like he used his knight to switch positions there with the priest, prep it. So he's taking these baby boar hits before the wild charge. That's good because, if the priest takes those before wild charge comes in, greater likelihood that he dies to the charge. Right now, it's still kind of looking pretty sketchy for these heroes. And yeah, he agreed. He threw them a potion there. Oh, but it did matter in the end because the boar missed, only hitting the warrior, and the priest is up next, able to heal that right up. This puts him in a good spot because this front boar is looking low. Nuzzle is out, won't be healed for 2 turns. He's going to be able to finish this guy off this round, most likely. Oh, yeah, I love that. Going for the rapid shot, trying to get the daze or the kills on the boars. Rapid shot is a really versatile move like that. You just got to be able to react to what it gives you instead of kind of going in with a plan. And that's why I like playing with it a little bit, because you could crit that mama boar and get her dazed, or you could just one-shot one of those babies in that situation. You can really go a lot of ways with it, but any outcome there is good with it when you used it at that point. Keeping the front knight healed up. Looks like we are going to need a taunt at some point. Knight does have taunt. So unlike Dr. J, Mega does like taunt, and we'll see if that makes a difference here. Wild charge not available for 4 turns. And the baby boar is getting sub 200. So this is kind of getting in the range where a taunt makes sense. Only unfortunate thing is that right now the knight is just before the mama boar in the turn order. So that means when he casts the taunt, it goes for 2 turns of mama boar. And because she's right after him, she gets one of those for free, basically. So your archer and your priest only have one turn of attack to try to get that baby down because of where the knight's positioned in the turn order. Something you could do to get around this would be a pass turn might move you up above your damage dealer and your priest. But obviously you give up a turn, and it doesn't always work because there's not a really good indicator of how much initiative you have. So it's hard to gauge that stuff. You kind of got to do it by feel. I don't know exactly what you did, but while I was talking there, you did get the knight up above, and we are still not taunting the mama yet. That it hasn't landed yet, at least. Baby is one shot, though. No doubt about it. Only 13 HP. The priest could throw its pumpkin hat. Then there's the taunt. Doesn't get it. Only gets the intimidate. That has got to be annoying. Decides to eat the rampage. Let's see how it works out for him. It's a bold move, Cotton. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off. Let's see how it pays off. It does. It does. Doesn't kill any of his heroes. This is actually not a really terrible position to be in because he's got, I mean, yeah, as long as the mama he's got that Daze that was really good. Now he's pumping damage into her. Daze is really good for counteracting the speed buff that mama gets, that haste, because that can be a killer when she just casts 2 turns in a row and you have no ability to react to what happens. Crit there, pretty nice. Wild Charge. I feel like I always see that when she's got 2 turns left on the rampage buff, she casts Wild Charge, so that the last one gets it. I've seen this happen so many times, and here it is again. Doesn't get the kill before Wild Charge. Oh, this could also one-shot his whole team. Doesn't hit the priest. Doesn't hit the priest. Knocks out the archer and the knight. Can the priest, with 2 attempts, 3 attempts, get it? And she does. He does. What an ending. Wow. Mega, you were cutting it close there. Those moments where your taunt fails you and you have to just eat a rampage are, very high pressure situation. And you were getting that wild charge afterwards, man. Oh man. Cannot believe you pulled that one out. The triple, or I mean, the fact that rampage didn't kill all 3, like 2 or at least one of your heroes, that alone was great. And then the wild charge only taking out your back 2 when they're all such, such low health, definitely in the red zone there for wild charge. And you managed to pull that one out. That was good. That was a fun one to cast and watch. All right. I am going to revisit you all in chat here right now. Worm, I tweeted about it yesterday, but I guess I should try to broaden my method of getting info out. It was kind of last minute idea. As I said, I heard Workhorse and Franz and Guy Kid talking last night, and Workhorse was like, Franz said, yeah, we want to, we want to get our name in for the casting and the streaming, whenever that esports goes live. And Workhorse is like, you know what, man, it's just, you got to be whoever goes out there and just does it. And so I was like, all right, loud and clear, message received. I know who you were really talking to because I'm that narcissistic. And so, yeah, I immediately put together some videos, or I already had put together one video, and I put together that taunt video as my second one. My first one was like the one where I just kind of showed off my Archer Warrior Knight comp that you guys have all seen before. Part of the reason I want to do this replay session tonight is because you've all seen what I do. I want to see what you do, right? And now I'm doing the replays and getting these commentary in, and that was fun, Mega. That last one really proved that was the proof. That was the pudding. All right, but I think I'll just make this like regular part of my content. So, the submission window is never closed, and like you could submit one now, but just tell me in chat if you're doing it, because I don't normally check my social messages. But if you tell me in chat that you sent me one and what social platform you sent it, I'll get it in. Because I only have one more that was submitted from Emerging. Yeah. No, Kitbox did not call you a crackhead. She was reacting to my joke about Arizona earlier and speed potions. You are not a crackhead, Skiller. You are an amazing artist. I know you were kidding, but I just really wanted to get that emphasized. Lots of methods. What the hell did I just read there, Beeb? Wait a minute. This isn't Elder Scrolls. Every time, please make that a meme. Please make that a meme. Mega, yeah. People hype for Mega. Ooh, yeah. Epic win. Oh, bro, I told you I'm always distracted or geeked or both. My dude Mega was seeing red. Totally. Oh, this is good. This is good. All right. We should stream boar hunts together. Oh, by the way, Mega, I will take this opportunity since Beeve, said this. I can't pass this opportunity up. Hey, I will stream with you on Saturday in place of Dags because you need a replacement. I'm the first person you reached out to, obviously over Beeve. Anything else I need to mention on that? Yeah, I'm available. Confirmed. I confirmed with my keeper, the keeper of my social life, with whom I would be a disgusting hermit. Without whom I would be a disgusting hermit. Excuse me. I don't know if I said that right, but yeah. We're on like Donkey Kong. All right, and that brings me to emerging our next game. Oh, share this screen. Do it. All right. Let me just refresh here so I can get in the flow. Get in the flow. All right. We're in it. We got Elfman, Bear Bleeder. What a name. Inuvior, Blaze Breeze. What a name. And Hearthine, Great Dane. Oh, they're getting whipsawed back and forth by these boars. Based on the health, I'd say that these are probably level 11 or 12 average boars, the 666. And opening up hard on the front board. None of these archers appear to be level 15. So similar to game to Skillers earlier. And yes, we are seeing all three left side build once again. So will we see this one play out similarly? We got a daze on that front archer. That's very annoying when you're playing this build, trying to build up to your combo and kind of have it all strike in unison. The daze can be very, destructive to that play style. But I really like this combo. It plays really well. You go open with multi-shot, and then you get the bonus critical strike chance on your rapid shot. And when you get critical strikes with rapid shot, you have a chance to daze your enemies. So it's a really good setup. Gotta love these wings on this middle archer. Look at how amazing he looks with that. Wow. Oh yeah, wild charge is coming. These archers have decent health actually for each of them, except for this back one at 352. But this one started with low fives. And all this one either low sixes or low fives, probably low sixes, I would say. Now with wild charge up, looks like he's really focusing damage into that front board. Drew the nuzzle out. Ooh, fell for that temptation. I do all the time too, to just use rapid shot because you have the combo. I think the better move there would have been to wipe out this front board from existence, so that way he doesn't cast nuzzle, and you can very easily clean up these boars. And also that way, while this mama boar is dazed, that dude's nuzzle or a rapid shot that you just cast would have had a better chance of dazing him or the mama boar and sending her back in the turn order. So he would have had lower health. We would have a better chance to land the daze. I think you just take the L on that combo and use your multi-shot to finish out that front board in that situation earlier. But it does look like it's going to matter in the end because this build is so strong. That double crit coming out is huge, and you get the daze anyway with the kill. You didn't need the daze because you got the kill, but you got it anyway, and now you have the bonus of luxury to take the time to heal up there. And yes, I get now why you've healed up because you've taken the repeating shot. Oh, interesting. I thought he was – okay, never mind. I was wrong. I thought he was still exhausted there. I must have missed a mama boar turn, but – okay, so eating the rampage, trying to pump out damage. I missed a mama boar turn there. But either way, triple archer seems to be the theme of the night if you want really, really fast games, which I agree with. I think, okay, Rabito sent me another one. Hype. All right. Cool. Let me go pull that up. But either way, right, this is really common. What we're seeing here is the archers with the left side build. Even it's not even that we're seeing many archer builds. That barrage, when you by itself with just one archer, kind of feels like, oh well, I can't really target my damage. My other people can't follow up. What's going on? But when you have three of them, it's just like, ha 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 ha, you're all dead, right? It's kind of what it looked like to watch Carrot Cat's game earlier. And the person whoever it was that had second, probably also Carrot Cat, fastest time on a different account. And then even when you don't have barrage, we're still seeing that left side build, but played very differently, where you're setting up that combo and strategically using the repeating shot to get massive damage when and where it is the most effective for you. So that's kind of what we're seeing play out here. All right. So now we have Rabito here offering a different take in the Mythic Squad Discord server, which is a precision archer gameplay. And so precision, for those of you who don't know, that's this. Yeah, it looks like, all right, interesting. Piercing shot at 1. That's right. That's 3, 2, 2, 3 is kind of what he built here on the archer. Ooh, really unfortunate opener with the boars switching him out of position like that. But that's all right. He's still channeling up, and he's got unstoppable from the priest. Nice move with that cleansing heal. I like that a lot. That's really beneficial because it's kind of like you just draw a lot of free damage because the boars are trained, they're programmed to headbutt anyone channeling. So when you drop that unstoppable, you're not going to get interrupted. You're basically just using that archer as like a kind of like a taunt totem in WoW that the shaman would have. It just kind of would redirect enemies to attack it instead of whatever you didn't want them to attack. And that's kind of an interesting way of using that. All right. Good heal up on that crit, and it's just in time for the wild charge. Babies get their attacks in first, but we should be able to see this front board die. Ooh, that's an unfortunate miss. And yeah, I like this. So when you have the sharpshooter, I love setting up a channel into wild charge because it's so often that you see what just happened right there where it is a miss. Interesting, the pull from the priest doesn't interrupt the archer because they pulled the priest, so that's good. And we get to finish out on that front boar. Now let's see if they can get the middle one before Mama Boar comes up. It looks like it's going to be tight. And yeah, with a miss, that's going to make it even tighter. Archer does drop piercing shot. I do like using piercing shot at 1 if you're using the middle because it kind of gives you that consistent, reliable, like I need to finish someone who's at around 100 health damage when you're in that channel build. And I think the only flaw with the channel build is that every single thing is channeled. When like I don't always want a channel, I want to strategically use a channel. So I do like how you've set up that build here. And then Small Stone is also a great addition in there, I think, as well. But I do like the channel ability at that tier, which I think is dead aim. Priest is doing a good job keeping everyone healed up. He's not going the damage priest like the one we saw earlier. He's doing prayer healing. Like I said, that is the most mana efficient ability in the game. Does more heals than either of these other two and costs less mana. So I mean, it's not going to be the sparkling ability that wins you games, but it is going to be the thing that sustains you in very long matches. And we have wild charge coming off cooldown in 2 turns. I think this is getting to the point where it can qualify as a long match. Boom. That's all right. So Dr. J, you see this here? The knight taunted the boar after he was charging, and then the charge shot killed the baby boar. That is what we call a setup there. Love to see it. Love to see that setup. Taunt. And so now he doesn't have to wait till wild charges off cooldown. He can start killing Mama Boar. And we are seeing Rabito use, once again, the sharp shooter. And this is a really good ability. I think that actually may have been his basic attack that got the kill, because sharpshooter, what it does is it sets up your next basic attack to do a bunch of damage. 156 on top of normal. Really good. It's really fun combo to play with, and I like to see people playing with it here. Sure, it may not be the fastest, but I also think it's fun, and I really like what you did at the beginning, Rabito, with that unstoppable on the archer to deal with that first channel and kind of draw both headbutts. I think that was a really, really strong play, and really made the priest look good there as a support, which is, that's the goal for a hero like the priest, the way it's designed. Does this channel get the kill? It does. Beautiful. Beautiful play all around. Love to see it. That was really good. Nicely done, Rabito. Nicely done. All right. And now I'm going to check chat. Let's close that up. All right, guys. Oh, jeez. This where all the... What the hell are you guys talking about in here? My goodness. I go to cast one game that has a priest in it, and the whole chat goes wild for 10 minutes. What is going on here? We got Ogre in the building. We got the Beef still. We got Wowee saying that he loves this stream with his, and he sent a picture of himself. Look at Wowee sent us a picture of himself there in the chat. That's amazing. Ogre has the bears with the beef. Right? Oh, that's not a bear. That's a beer. More like a sausage fest, Ogre. Well said, well said. That is kind of most of video games. Wish it weren't, but I mean, my wife likes video games. Hat tip to my wife. Mad respect. I agree, Beeve. That's not why you said it, but I'm commandeering your comment. Haha. I am looking for replays to commentate. If anyone, we included, has any, just let me know where you've sent them to me, and I will go get them, because I got 12 minutes left at least, you know? I'm having fun here. I'm not doing perfect. I know there's a couple times I've missed things while I'm just talking about something else. Like, oh, it's a lot. It's a lot of speed coming at you, but this is fun though. It gets me much more hyped about watching the game, because that watching megas was that one was fun. I might go after a clip. That was I think my best cast of the eve. We'll see if I agree upon wake up though, Mega. So this is actually a really good time for me to advertise Mythic Squad while I wait for replays to come into my DMs on Twitter or Discord. Anyone who wants to send them, I am obviously in the mood for some more. I've cleared through all that have sent me so far. You can send me in DM on Discord, in my Mythic Squad channel on Discord, or my channel on the Mythic Squad Discord. Any that get posted in there throughout the week, I will try to cast like this. This is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this content, and I think it's good, like education on different stuff happening in the game, because it's just like a platform for me to spin off random thoughts about the game, which I think I enjoy that aspect of it the most. But yeah, all right. Well, seeing no DMs immediately come to me, I'm compelled to play this ad.
We're the Mythic Squad, the People's Guild. A passion for making monsters can't be killed.
That's right. Mythic Squad all day. All right. We got Wowie sending me one on Discord. This might be the final one of the evening, because I gotta go get soup for my sick guinea pig wife. Yeah, she changed her PFP. I don't know what to refer to her as anymore. But yeah, I gotta go get soup because she's sick. And I'm hungry because the soup we had sucked. I tried to make soup before stream chat. It sucked. Oh, it was so bland. It was so tasteless that it tasted bad because of how tasteless it was. That was the soup that I was having earlier. All right. Wowie's going to send me one on Discord. I have my Deem with Wowie. No, guinea pig, Ogre. Her look at her profile picture is a literal guinea pig. Look at right there. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. By the way, Kit Box makes better soup in Elder Scrolls. I would put that theory to the test. I think we should say, prove it. No soup for you. Now I want some chicken noodle. But what's better than chicken noodle is we got a Wowie game. Let's see what the master does, right? Let's see. All right. And we're in it. So he has the Holy Trinity set up with a warrior instead of a knight. And on his warrior, it looks like he's going the Gladiator Strike build. I gotta wait till it's one of his people's turn again. All right. Yeah, Prayer of Healing, Freedom, Holy Beacon on the priest with the crit or the spell, the crit heal chance with the passive. That I button is really messing me up when I'm trying to go fast. All right, yeah, and like I expected, Gladiator Strike, Gruff for the taunt in the middle build, and then back to Rapid Onslaught using the Lifesteal passive. This is a build I really like going on my warriors. I've been using this exact 4 abilities a lot. Wowie, love it. I think this is a really good Holy Trinity setup, very similar to one that I played the other day. We got an early wild charge coming in. We've got one nuzzle out and a big hit on the middle boar. So that is interesting. He's probably going to try to taunt this front boar, I would think, with this turn. And sure enough, there he does it. He lands the taunt. So that is not going to get, that middle board is not going to get healed, and only his archer gets crowd controlled coming out of the wild charge. Big opportunity here to get at least one of these boards. I'm thinking the middle one. Warrior has an interesting thing going on here because he could kind of use taunt as a range attack to put some poke damage, but no, he does just use a basic attack on the front board. I think that's the right call. No reason to waste your mana on that taunt, but it's something that you could have done if you were worried about your ability to finish off this board before his next turn. He does use the, was that a rapid shot? No, piercing arrow. Interesting. Could have broken the taunt there just before, but didn't. Now he's really got to finish these boards off though before this front board's next turn. Yep, does it. And this will be easy cleanup for his archer, probably with multi-shot or piercing shot. Arrow, either one of these, honestly, or even small stone. Yeah, it looks like he does go for the multi-shot though. That's what I would have done, I think, as well. And now from here, it's easy cleans. Easy cleans. He's got Priest has good enough mana to keep the warrior healthy enough that they could probably finish it off with basic attacks and the archer's remaining mana from here, I would say. Miss. That's aggravating. Does have full health on this mama board. Could get interesting. 4 turns left to a wild charge. Piercing arrow is what he uses. Doesn't get the bleed. That's annoying. Or was that a small stone? Battle logs. Piercing arrow. That's what it was. All right. Warrior Gladiator Strike does get the bleed. That's good. So he's trying to stack the bleeds. I think that is a good idea with his comp here, trying to get as many bleeds on the board as quickly as possible. Currently at 1 stack, though. It's just unfortunately not going well for him on that. He's kind of just like erosion, kind of eroding away, sieging away at this mama board, trying to get the bonuses to hit, and they're just not doing it. That was the basic attack, trying to set up for his next Gladiator Strike, I assume. Miss on that piercing arrow. Oh wow, that name Noble Flame here is not doing his job well. Can the Gladiator Strike that I think, oh, he doesn't have mana for it, so he can't do the Gladiator Strike. He's stuck with basic attacks. Dazed him though. That's good. We like that because now he has a chance. You have a chance to redeem yourself. No, you don't. You're out of mana. No chance. So you're just having to basic attack them all down. You only have 1 potion left. Do you use it on mana for your priest, mana for your archer, or health for your warrior? Or not at all? They rely on the basic attacks. You use it on mana for your priest. And so now priest is going to be dropping that heal. And it is not the heal over time. It's just looking like the prayer of healing. Keep it mana efficient. Keep the warrior alive for as long as you can. And the 2 of them can basic attack down the mama. And you even still have a chance for the days to interrupt wild charge now that it is available, because the warrior has a chance to daze for 5% on every single one of its attacks, including basic attack. That taunt comes out, so that means wild charge is probably soon because she's running out of abilities on her list. Got amnesia for the taunt now. 50 damage left, 317. It's going to be close. What I'd like to see is I like to see it get to like less than 150 when I'm in this situation before wild charge comes out. So that way I think I can get her there with 3 basic attacks. Otherwise it gets kind of sketchy. But wow, he has a ton of health, so it's not even that sketchy really. He should just be able to eat it, and even if only one of these guys stays alive, and that shouldn't even be the case. They're all super healthy. They're all going to live through a wild charge. As long as none of, like, if one doesn't get stunned, it's 0 chance the mama board kills any of them. It doesn't even matter. He finishes it out before she drops the wild charge. There we go. Well played, Wowee. Well played, Wowee. Kitbox does simp for SI, rightly so. SI simps harder for Kitbox, though. It's a great idea, Dags. It is a great idea, actually. Good night, 91 Karmas. Thank you for watching. Mythic Vibes, my man. At the Beef DFK, I am shifting into soup mode. Only 1 wild charge and killed both bad boars on the first one. Yeah, that was really clean. That was really clean. I liked it. I also really liked how you got that last hit in just before the second wild charge. It was really clean. Good stuff. Good stuff, ladies and gents. All right. Thank you all for sticking around with me tonight. I have had a great time casting these videos, these replays. I intend to do more. Also, do look out for more of those short videos on X that I have done over the past few days. Those are pretty easy for me to make, and I think I'm going to make more because this seems like good content, and really seems to be showing the gameplay of DFK really seems to blow people's minds when they see it. And they're like, wait, I thought this was just, whatever. But yeah, thank you all for sticking around with me tonight. Stick through whatever problems you have going on in your life, stick through it, persevere. Don't stick yourself in the eye with those scissors, Billy. All those good things. And before I go, I just wanted to give you all a little bit of info